Hi guys, so I have to film this super quick. I'm going to work. That's why I'm wearing this beautiful tunic. I feel like I always look like, you know, have the ugliest outfits on when I film. So what inspired me to do this video is that I get a lot of people asking me, you know, what is your favorite foundation? Or coming into Sephora and being like, oh, I'm looking for this because I saw this in a magazine, or I saw this, you know, this my favorite YouTube girl uses this foundation, so this is what I want to get. Which I totally understand that, especially, you know, people we look up to, like celebrities or, you know, some of the YouTube girls that you watch, you know, they're beautiful. So you figure, okay, well, this works for them, so that's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to be beautiful just like that. So not to say that it's not okay to want to try out different foundations that you read about, or, you know, that you find out that Kim Kardashian uses or whatever. But the base of this video is just to kind of tell you guys that there's no, you know, amazing foundation that's fit for everybody. Pretty much the perfect foundation is going to be what works with your skin. So you kind of have to play with a couple foundations and really figure out what's best for you, and that's what's going to give you that flawless look that, you know, Kim Kardashian or anybody else that you look up to has. I feel like I always reference Kim Kardashian, so you guys probably think I'm like obsessed with her or something, but I'm not. So anyway, what I recommend that you do to find your, you know, most amazing foundation is go to Sephora. Not just because, you know, I work there and I love it and it's the best store ever, but because at Sephora the girls don't make a commission. So this means that they're not going to be kind of biased to sell you this or sell you that just so they can make their money. They really want to help, you know, you find what's best for you. Just by narrowing down, you know, you need to be really specific when you talk to the girls to kind of give them an idea about your skin. You need to know if you're dry, if you're normal, if you're oily, or kind of combination in the middle. You need to know what type of coverage you want. I ask people that a lot and they're kind of confused, and right off the bat they'll say full. But that you don't necessarily want a full coverage if you think you want a full coverage. You have to understand that a full coverage is really full and really heavy, and not everybody wants that. They just think full coverage, you know, oh, I'm gonna cover up on my flaws, but sometimes they don't realize that a full coverage foundation is really heavy. So a full coverage would be something that, say you have, you know, freckles or little pimples or whatever. Full coverage, you're not really gonna see your skin through the makeup. It's pretty much, you're just seeing the makeup. It's very pigmented, such as Kat Von D. That's what I use, if you're wondering. I wear number 44. Probably should wear number 42, but it's just so pale that I don't want to look like so ghostly, so I just wear 44. Anyway, Laura Mercier Silk Creme Foundation. Those are just two examples of a full coverage. Medium coverage would be obviously right in the middle. So something that is still very pigmented and you can build to a full coverage, but it's not going to be as heavy. So Makeup Forever's HD foundation, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that. That is a medium coverage. And then there's kind of the categories of sheer and light. Sheer would be something like a tinted moisturizer. And a tinted moisturizer is not actually a moisturizer, just in case anybody was curious. All it is a very sheer liquid makeup. So Laura Mercier's tinted moisturizer is very sheer, to where NARS tinted moisturizer is a little bit more coverage than that, so that would be something that's light. Sheer means that it's very thin. Like, you're going to see your skin through it, you're going to see your freckles through it. It's just going to even you out slightly and give you a really natural look. So once you know what type of coverage you want, you also need to know what kind of skin you have. This is super important. Because a lot of times, you know, people will say, oh, what are you wearing? Well, let's try that out. I want a full coverage. But meanwhile, their skin is super dry. And the Kat Von D foundation that I wear is a matte finish. So if you're dry, you don't want to get something with a matte finish. It's going to look very dry and flaky and patchy on your skin. And it's not going to give you that natural finished look that you want. Also, if you're super oily, you're not going to want to get something, you know, like a cream foundation, like NARS cream foundations. Although I have heard somebody with oily skin tell me that she likes it. But just in a general sense, you don't want to get a cream or something very, you know, creamy, I guess, if you have oily skin. Because at first you're going to like the way it looks, even if you do like the coverage, but maybe after an hour or a few hours, your skin's going to look extremely oily. So if you're oily, you're going to want something matte, or at least use, you know, like a matte primer to go along with it if you really love a cream foundation or something like that. A great thing for you to do would be to kind of go to the store, Sephora, MAC, whatever, have them just apply the foundation to you in a setting powder. That's it. Go throughout your day, see how you like it. Do that a couple of times and just see like what works best for you so you don't have to invest. You can get samples of stuff. I know foundation can be expensive, especially at like MAC and Sephora, Bloomingdale's counters, whatever, all those places. And it's hard at the drugstore because you can't really test it out. You just kind of have to buy it and see if it's your color, if it works for you. So that's really tricky. For that, you might want to do your research and see, you know, what girls that are similar to your skin tone and skin type like, you know, that certain foundation, whether it be Revlon or Maybelline or anything like that. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you are wondering about any of the foundations, you know, at Sephora, MAC, I don't know. I don't know anything about MAC. I used one of their foundations one time. Sephora, I've pretty much used all of them. So if you want to leave me a comment and say, oh, hey, like I'm dry and I want a full coverage, like what should I do? Leave me a comment and I'll give you guys some suggestions. And today's makeup look was done with the fabulous Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. I love how it just, I'm like, Anyway, so I will do a tutorial on this if you want, or it's just a tutorial including this palette because it's really beautiful. I didn't even show you guys the colors. Silly me. So it's a neutral palette with matte shades and shimmer shades. I guess you could say it's similar to the Lorac Pro palette, but the colors are just mostly very, very neutral and browns, where the Lorac Pro has more color options. So it's really, really pretty. And if you want me to do a tutorial, let me know. I'm only gonna do one if I get like a bunch of comments on it, just because I don't really, you know, have that many viewers on YouTube, and I only want to do something that my main viewers want to see. So here it is. Once again, I have eyelashes on today, and I just kind of did a warm brown smoky eye. Alright guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!